Today is an absolutely huge day. We're using this piece of heavy equipment to tear off the front of that building. That's right, I'm turning a multi-million-dollar building into a pile of rubble. First, we're gonna separate the viscule seal from the actual brick. Then we're gonna rip the damn building down. Crazy, isn't it? It's outrageous. That's one way to move a dumpster. I have so many mixed emotions right now. I mean, part of me is like super excited to get this going, right? Because this is a step that we needed. Honestly, when we were doing the drawings with the architects, I was thinking about this day right now. But the big thing is when we start building it back up and it actually starts to shake shape, it's gonna be absolutely incredible. Gotta tear it down to build it back up. But before we get more into destroying the building, we actually have to back up and say what happened here. You guys remember that I was actually going to expand this building and go upstairs with this and put an aquarium upstairs. A lot of you guys thought it was a terrible idea. I don't disagree with you, but I remember standing right here. We were open on a Saturday night. I was helping someone with a snake, and I looked through this window right here, and I actually saw them putting up a "We Moving" sign right on that building right over there. Yeah, Lori, I forgot to tell you, we're doing some things to the front of the building. You okay with that? I don't think we're going to be able to get our security deposit back.
I kind of liked that front part.
You liked it?
Can't we put it back?
This is crazy. I mean, and of course it's snowing on top of it. Winter is back on the perfect day. You can see that wood in there. We built a temporary wall. That was so that the weather kind of stays out of the building. It's pretty crazy how quick they can tear this stuff down. Started this. Did you even think about this at all?
Yes and no, but it's always so much more exciting when it's actually happening.
You're excited.
I am excited because you know why? Things are happening now. Like, you know, there's been a whole lot of nothing. Stuff's happening now.
Next step is I had to find out who actually owned the building. It wasn't that easy, and it turns out that I had to call the mayor of the city to find the guy. Hey, Mayor Gus, how are you? Brian at the Reptarium. I don't know if you can help me out. I've been trying to find the owner of the building across the street. I literally cannot find him. Do you happen to know who he is? You do? Let me get a pen and I'll write it down. Within a couple days, I made contact and we started negotiating a deal for me to get the building. And within a handful of days, we were literally signing contracts on the building. But getting the building was only the beginning. We had to meet with the architects and start getting the design for the building next door. So I've got good news and I've got bad news. The bad news, I'm not doing the expansion where I'm at. I'm gonna do it across the street. Wow. I'm sorry. We did a design, then we did a redesign, and ultimately we ended up with this. The entire front of the building gets ripped off. We're gonna be extending it out a little bit to add a little bit more square footage, and then we're gonna have this wall of glass that almost looks like a wave. I mean, the entire 3/4 of the building, 25 foot tall. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. But of course, we have to continue to rip the building down to get to that point. I think you're enjoying this way too much.
I am. The only thing that would make it better is if I was actually in that thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I wonder if they'll let us give it a go.
Probably not.
I think we'd hurt somebody if we were in there, but wow. Wow.
Look at that. They're really getting to work.
Dude, they're tearing down the first part of the wall.
Forklift, the skid steer.
You know, I'm forklift certified. I should be over there helping.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but I feel like I should be doing something else.
It's kind of impressive, Mike.
Should we try to drive it?
We could try. I don't think they'll let us.
I've already asked.
Are we just a Bobcat?
Pretty crazy though, huh?
Yeah, it's already looks a lot different.
We just wanted a little more air going in the building, you know?
Good airflow?
Yeah, good
that
airflow.
Makes sense.
What do you say we see what Bill and Sally next door think about what's happening across the street?
Okay.
Lori, what do you think?
I think
What do you think?
I was watching. I said, oh my gosh, look at that. Building's coming down.
It's crazy, right? It's gonna be crazy, right? Yeah. God, it's snowing outside. Huh. So the first section is completely done now. They've got it all ripped out. Just gotta clean up the rubble. I'm excited to see this centerpiece. When he knocks this down, it's gonna be pretty spectacular. You know, I've said there's going to be several days during this process that are really defining. Well, today is definitely one of them. Again, I keep saying like there's no turning back. There's no turning back. Well, I just ripped the front off of the building. I don't think there's any way I can go back now. I mean, we are committed. But I'll think back on this day because this is the first day that we did some major structural things to the building. And I'll be honest with you, it's so exciting, but absolutely terrifying.
I'm sorry, Brian, you missed that one. But look at that. That was so sick.
Hey, they just tore down the door.
Whoa.
Now what are they gonna do?
I don't know. Keep tearing stuff down.
Good thing they built that wall.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's gotta keep those tanks protected. Can't have nothing happen to those.
Look at it. It's broken. He broke the wall.
Call your dad.
Dad's gonna be pissed. What happens? Does he have insurance on that wall?
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
He broke down the middle part.
They broke it down already and I missed it?
You missed it, and the Great Wall got damaged.
Oh no, the which wall?
The Great Wall that you just built.
13,000 miles.
Oh no, is it bad?
It's a little slanted.
I'll be over there in a second, okay?
Okay, sorry. It's not the call you always want to make, but when a wall gets damaged, you gotta look out for it. Mom, they broke your wall.
I go away for like 2 minutes, and that's what happened.
Took the thing and just went boom, and then it just grabbed, and look it's like leaning like.
I see.
But even if you go side, it's like it's adjacent to.
It's adjacent where
Yeah.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not connected, just adjacent.
You know, I've done some pretty crazy things in my life. I mean, I remember when we first started the Reptarium, what a big job it was. It was expensive. It was really a big initiative. But you know, when I look back on it now, I think to myself, like, you know, it was a drop in the bucket. And then when we did 2.0, it was another huge investment. It was another huge scary thing, spending a lot of money, taking a big risk, but it absolutely worked out. I have never done anything like I'm doing across the street. This is such a massive project. And like I've mentioned before, I'm putting it all on the line. There is no going back. So I was doing some reptile work. Obviously, Noah called me to tell me that they actually busted into the temporary wall. The good news is they were able to go in there and fix it because we don't want any of that weather from here. I mean, it's snowing. We don't want it to be snowing inside the building. We still have some tanks in there, and those tanks need to be a little bit temperature controlled. If it gets down to below freezing, the acrylic can actually expand and contract up to an inch or two. It could actually crack a seal. So it's pretty important that that wall is up. So I'm glad that they fixed it. As you can see, they're making pretty quick work of it. We have one last little wall over here and some cleanup. It's crazy how fast this went. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been about 3 hours since they started, but in 3 hours, they literally took the entire front of the building off. I mean, how crazy is that? Now we have a nice new opening for the door right over there. That's the entrance. Welcome to the Reptarium.
Come on, Mike. Look. They're about to tear down that last wall. That was really fast.
I mean, I've seen faster, but that's pretty cool.
So many of the projects that I've done in my life, like so many successful people will tell you, don't have a plan B. You basically have a plan A. If plan A doesn't work out, failure is just not an option because there is no backup plan. And obviously there are some animals like salt and pepper here that are totally outgrowing their enclosure. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this expansion is because I have nowhere for these to go. And I love them so much, I just couldn't get rid of them. So I had to do something, and this is gonna be pretty epic. about to come down and the front will be done. Tell you what, that's pretty crazy. And that's it, the demolition is done. I told you we were gonna turn this building into rubble. Now all we have to do is get all this cleaned out. Speaking of out, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, we moving.